Hello everybody, my name is Exony, and today I'm coming at you again with some Team Fortress 2 number crunching. So sit back, relax, and let's talk about the theoretical maximum land speed in Team Fortress 2. First things first, I want to explain how speed buffs stack. Much like damage resistance, speed boosts stack multiplicatively. For example, if we have a heavy who normally moves at 230 hammer units per second, and we put him under the effects of the disciplinary action or the conqueror, both of which give the same buff, he will receive a 40% increase to speed and now be moving at 322 hammer units per second. Then if we apply a haste power up on top of that, the 30% increase in speed will be applied to the modified speed from the whip, meaning we'll have a heavy moving at 418.6 hammer units per second. It's important to note that the order that these buffs are applied in does not matter. You could calculate whip, then haste power up, or haste power up then whip in either order, and the maximum speed would still be the same. And that's all we really have to go over for basics. So now that we're done tuning up in the pits, let's get out onto the track to see some real speed. Now obviously we're going to want to start with the fastest class, the Scout, who has a base movement speed of 400 hammer units per second, which is roughly 17 miles per hour or 27 kilometers per hour for those of you who live in the 95% of the world that doesn't use the Imperial system. But if that's too slow for you, don't worry, this is just where we're starting from. The first thing we're going to add to our Scout to start getting him up to speed is the Babyfaces Blaster, which increases his speed to 520 hammer units per second, which is a 30% increase from his base speed. What's funny is that moving this fast actually allows the Scout to start outrunning his own hitboxes, leaving them slightly behind himself as he moves. But like I said, this is just the beginning. Normally adding something on top of the blaster like the Criticola has no effect on the Scout's speed, as 520 is the cap for ground speed in this game, but remember I said that this is theoretical, so let's keep stacking on speed boosts. The Criticola increases the Scout's speed by another 25%, which will bring us up to 650 hammer units per second, and while we may not have any more speed increasing items in the Scout's arsenal, we can stack the boosts provided by the disciplinary action or the conqueror for another 26.25% increase, bringing our Scout up to 822 hammer units per second. And as we dive into the wonderful world of manpower mode, we can pick up the haste power up, which boosts our speed once again by 30%, raising our speed up to 1068 hammer units per second. For reference, the Train on Well moves at 1024 hammer units per second. That's right, this Scout is faster than a speeding locomotive. And finally, for the cherry on top of our race car cake, we can sprinkle on another 30% boost by maxing out our MVM speed boost. That's right, I'm finally bringing in the MVM power-ups. Adding in this power-up will bring us up to a grand total of 1,389 hammer units per second. This is equivalent to just under 60 miles per hour or 95 kilometers per hour. Now, unfortunately, it's impossible to go this fast in-game, as this is almost 3 times TF2's cap on speed, and modifying this cap is extremely hard, even using server mods. But fortunately for us, thanks to the brilliant mind of Professor Heavy, we have a workaround. By putting ourselves in a bumper car, we can set our maximum speed to anything we want, so this is what it would look like to move around at this theoretical maximum speed. And let me tell you something, these bumper cars were not meant to go this fast. They do not handle well, but it is extremely fun to play around with these in just an empty server. There's a lot of commands for changing their variables that I never knew about, and Professor Heavy was kind enough to tell me about all of these and set me up to record this part of the video. I would recommend going out and checking out his stuff. He's a really cool guy, really nice. With that, I hope you have a great day, and peace out.